health is good. That's good.
It's terrible. We're not streaming. Man. It's like, oh, you need to hit the stream button. Oh, fine. Never mind. That's the problem, guys. My bad.
Alrighty. It's okay. Alright, we're live. Hello, everybody. You know me. Okay, no, you don't, but you know who I am. I'm Mr. J, your Smart Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Champion, and welcome to Shooting with the Smarky family. I am sitting right next to
Liam Landry.
Yes. And how was your week, good sir?
It was an okay week. You know, nothing too special. How about yours?
Just like our stream, it was okay week.
Yes.
A lot of helping my girlfriend in her classroom to get it ready for school. It's coming up this week.
Well, you gotta brag about having a girlfriend and her having a job. Whoop-de-doo. Hey,
it's all good. You'll find one yourself soon. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. But yeah, it was just a week, basically.
Yes, a week.
A week. I am not the best with puns. I've already come to accept this. But yeah, it's our weekly podcast and our first.
Question: you think the air conditioning it's causing a lot of noise?
There's only one way to find out. Yeah, get it. Okay. Oh, dang it, wrong button.
Yeah, it's definitely wrong button.
Bam! Let me share this to everyone too. You can hear it, but it's not bad.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Because they have a window unit right there, so if you're wondering what we do, just want to make sure we just have quality stuff. We don't want to have people listening to a bunch of white noise.
Why has it got to be a white thing?
Oh, because it was invented by white people. Noise.
Gotcha.
Not air conditioner.
I see.
Yes. Clearly, before white people, there was just no sounds whatsoever. Anyways,
let's get right on to the first bit.
Yeah,
right.
News outside the WWE.
You can go first.
Okay, I'm gonna continue with the updating of the G1 Climax. Go into Block A. The leader in Block A right now is Tanahashi with 12 points. Then followed by Jay White and Okada at 10 points each. Evil and Suzuki tied at 8. Elgin, Fale, and Elgin and Fale are tied at 6 points. Page and Makabe are tied at 4 points, and Yoshihashi down at the bottom at 2. Then Block B, we have the leader Kenny Omega at 12 points. We have Kota Ibushi at 10 points, tied with Naito at 10 points as well. We have Sonata and Zack Sabre Jr. tied at 8 points. At 6, we have Ishii and Goto. And 4, Tama Tonga and Juice Robinson. And at the bottom, at 2, Yano. So like all the other times, I'm not caught up with all the G1 shows, but so far it's been really good stuff there. As a lot of people have said on the internet, that Block B has kind of, surpassed Block A a lot, and it is true. That's really where you get some of the best matches in Block B. Anything with Omega. I haven't seen his match against Ishii that was yesterday, which was his first loss. But I heard that was pretty great because all of Ishii's matches have been really great. Goto's been really solid, and Kota Ibushi as well. Only kind of weak points is definitely now through it is some of the stuff with Bad Luck Fale and Tama Tonga, just because of the just because of the
Constant
storyline,
DQs.
yeah, the constant
Yeah.
DQs and stuff, and Fale's at 6 points, but he actually has never been pinned or submitted during the tournament.
Oh my
And
gosh.
all his losses were from DQs.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's sad though. Oh.
Hmm.
Why would they do that?
Yeah, but I mean, in Block A, they still have some good matches. Okada, all his matches have been really great. I really liked his match against Yoshihashi because they've been doing a story with Yoshihashi, kind of like what they've been doing with Yano about both of them being tired of losing all the time, and they want to kind of change their ways. So Yoshihashi has really been standing up to a lot of people and going toe to toe with them, trying as much as he can. And the Okada match was a really good showing of that. I think Hangman Page, he's lost quite a bit, but he put on some pretty good matches, especially his one against Okada was a really good one. So anything with Okada in there is going to be really good. Of course he has a storyline going, the broken Okada that he is. Tanahashi's been really good as well. There's a reason he's the ace and everything, but it's both sides are still solid, but Block B still does excel a little more.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. I haven't seen any of the matches except for clips of it, but what I have seen is a lot of from the clips. There's a lot of good stuff, and then the Ishii Ibushi match just looked like they killed themselves with just all of the constant chops to the neck.
One
negative
in that match was they went to the outside into the crowd, but the arena was actually really dark, so you had trouble seeing everything. You can only really see stuff when the photographers took some pictures and let the light flash. But Ibushi slamming Ishii to the ground, and then he actually went up into the stands and then jumped and did a splash onto Ishii on the ground, on the concrete. So that was crazy.
Yeah.
And probably if it's more visible, you probably see it passed around a lot more.
Yeah. I'm gonna definitely check out some of the matches when I get a chance to, but it's quite the tournament so far. Just following it without seeing it. Well, can't wait to see who comes out on top, and I have a feeling for the finals we'll try to go live. If it's a possibility, which I believe it should be. We'll try to go live if it's not too late for us, or
too early, really.
Too early, yeah. Not go live when the event is still going is a possibility. Then go live while we watch the show with our live reactions.
Mm-hmm.
Something just to have a little bit of shake up from the WWE, because we're about to get a lot of WWE up in the upcoming weeks. I think next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, along with that, thinking of not catching up with G1, I saw a post on WWE Simpsons meme or Wrestling Simpsons memes on Twitter, where it was like, they take the pictures from Simpsons and turn them into wrestling memes, and they were like, that episode where they're staying up real late and Bart's asking his father, it's like, who's actually caught up on all of the G1 matches, and Homer responds with it's like drunks, lonely people, angry with their lives. Something like that. And it's like, yeah, that seems like the one who you catch up. No, it was drunkards, the unemployable, and the lonely, angry people. Yeah.
Wow. But I don't have like a lot of big news right now, but there's a little bitty news for All In. Cody announced Cody Rhodes announced the theme song for All In, and it's All In by Downstraight. So that should be a lot of fun to listen to.
Were you gonna talk about the other match? Like they announced another match, I think.
Yeah. Next this Thursday coming, there is a match for the Impact Championship for Impact G1 or Global Force Champion. I don't know exactly what that title is called. However, it is Austin Aries versus Eddie Edwards.
Okay.
And that match will be happening already. I feel like this is just the first match to lead into a proper feud, which will end up in a hardcore match. I could be wrong, but with Eddie Edwards now being the new inventor of hardcore, or that's not right. Innovator of hardcore. Got the wrong I word. Passed down by Tommy Dreamer. I feel like this match is only going to be the first. I don't know if if Austin is going to decide to take any dastardly heelish maneuvers in this, or run away and leave. But I suspect, I think he's going to be a dastardly heel to get the win, which will eventually have the hardcore match. But I don't know if he's just going to run away to retain and actually take the loss, or if he's going to cheat to get the win. Should be interesting to see. I might actually watch this that match. Maybe not so much the whole show, but that match. But I'm looking forward to seeing how it all goes and how it all plays out.
I was saying more the new All In match. Do you see this one?
Yeah, I have not.
Yes, it's a 6-man tag match with, on one side you had Phoenix, Bandito, and Rey Mysterio versus the Golden Elite, which is Kota Ibushi and the Young Bucks. So it should probably be a really good match there. I don't know Bandito as much as all the other guys, but I mean,
yeah,
all the other people in there.
Yeah, I feel like he's not going to be the weakest link.
Yeah, well, I mean, like they weren't going to put him in there unless they think that you can really go with everyone else.
Yeah, true. So. Yeah, that seems like a really strong match, and watching a lot of Kota and the Young Bucks already, especially with the G1 stuff that Kota Ibushi's been able to do. You know they're going to be able to do great stuff, and then with the history with Rey Mysterio and Rey Fenix, we know like these guys are tested, like are already amazing. So, yeah, I feel like all these guys are going to be able to work really well, and the new guy, he's not new guy, but new to us. Yes. New to us guy, Bandito. Yeah, like you said, they wouldn't put him in there if he didn't think he could hang with these other guys. So I feel like this is going to be a great tag team match.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder now what they're going to do with since Phoenix is there. You would think Pentagon Jr. is probably going to be making an appearance. And I saw one person in the comments under that All-In post on Twitter was asking for Pentagon Jr. versus Omega. I think that.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh. I mean, it would be a really good match.
Yeah.
But to be quite honest, if you could have anybody for this event to face off against Pentagon Jr., I would kind of sort of want to see it be the villain, Marty Scurll.
Yes. But he already has a match, though.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, so.
But I'm just saying, like, they would be... I feel like their two styles would be really fun together. I don't know. I could be wrong.
And, well, I would also thought you were probably going to go with, as he's going right now, Ishii. in a whoever doesn't die match wins.
Oh man, Pentagon Jr. would definitely be able to not only keep up, but probably surpass Ishii because he's the younger guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the stuff that he did at Slammiversary with Sammy, and then the stuff that he did just past week on Impact with OVE. A lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see if he shows up at All In. It'll be interesting to see who he ends up wrestling against. So yeah, we're going to be keeping an eye on everything All In. Our main guy who does the All In stuff, he ain't here today. So yeah, well, he'll be keeping you up to date as well. Marty is against Jay.
No, Marty's against Okada.
Okay, that's who though. And then Jay is against Hangman Page, or is Hangman not wrestling yet?
I don't think they said two Hangmans. I don't know. I might have said Hangman's
who was the other? Who are the two that was
Jay
announced
White hasn't
last
been
week?
said. Going through the Twitch page, let me see. Joey Janela.
Joey, not
Hangman
Jay.
Page versus Joe Janela.
That's who
yes.
it was. Yeah, so a lot of most of the Bullet Club have been booked already, but we already knew they were going to be the first ones booked. So
Yeah.
it's just,
I mean, it's basically a Bullet Club event. You know?
yeah. So it'll be interesting to see like all the other people they get that isn't Bullet Club affiliate. So Kenny's match hasn't been announced yet.
No, not yet. So
Can't wait to see who he's gonna end up being up against. But yeah, I guess that's all the news that we have for.
Before he comes out, he goes and calls out. It's like, this is one of my oldest rivalries, and I'm bringing it back. 6-year-old girl, you're all in. She's a little older, but still they have a battle match of the night.
And
8 stars.
8 stars. Oh man, surpasses Okada Omega 4.
Yeah.
8.5 stars. You know what? 100 stars. It was that good.
Meltzer's making a rain of stars on this event.
Meltzer, are you okay?
And Jim Cornette has a heart attack.
Oh man.
Especially after the little girl wins. And
it's the new IGP World Heavyweight.
Yes.
IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. Oh my gosh, no.
Well, the guy continued.
Cody, what are you doing?
The guy continued that storyline of that Cody couldn't, that Kenny can't beat the girl. That's the story that they're playing.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's the news outside of WWE for now. So let's transition straight into the WWE inside of the news. And I'll go first. And Charlotte Flair.
WWE inside the news?
Whatever. Inside of the news inside of WWE. I apologize, not at all. Haha. I have horrible sentence syntax sometimes. You just have to forgive me, you guys. But it's Charlotte Flair. She's back from her surgery, back from injury, and yeah, she has already been inserted into the SmackDown Women's Championship match with Becky Lynch and the champion Carmella, and Carmella's not too happy about it. And I have to agree that this is I don't know if it's the fact that the people behind the scenes just absolutely love Charlotte Flair, if Charlotte Flair plays politics behind the backstage, or if it's just because it's her name. I've always been under the assumption that, or the belief, my opinion, that Becky Lynch has always been better than Charlotte Flair. Um, but yeah, I don't know what it is, but Charlotte Flair is already on the hot shot of being champion again, which is unnecessary. I feel like it's Becky's turn to be champion again. Not only that, we have a lot of up and comers with the Iconics, who can actually wrestle. Nikki Cross coming in, who can actually There we go.
There we go.
Okay, we're back. Crud. So does that mean we have to do all that all over again?
I guess we could talk about some of the highlights.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna talk about ID of Aleister Black versus Demon Finn Balor. We have the what else do we say? Pete Dunne versus Daniel Bryan.
Heel Sasha versus
Kairi Sane.
Mustache Mountain versus The Bar. Sanity versus War Raiders.
Yes.
Oh, come on, brain. Those were really good. Adam Cole versus AJ Styles.
Yeah.
And Candice LeRae and
Dakota Kai versus the team of Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan.
That I call the Harley Twins.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is and if it went out before we got to say what this was, we are booking a NXT versus main roster pay-per-view.
Yes.
Basically.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the really big one, for me at least, Ember Moon winning against Shayna Baszler, spoiler alert, haha, and New Day versus Undisputed Era. So those are some of the matches we'd book. So I don't know when it went out. We are so sorry, guys. We were not aware that our microphone decided to just stop working for us. But yeah,
I think I might have accidentally kicked this wire here. Maybe pulled it out some. I don't know.
I see.
So.
But yeah. Anyways, now that we are back and
better than ever.
And better than ever. We don't even know if it went out on our rants, but we're gonna assume it didn't and move on to what do you think, where we ask a question to our fellow compatriots. Usually there's another guy here, so it's only me asking Liam and Liam asking myself. So, do you want to go first, or would you like me to go first?
I'll let you go first because I'm mulling over a few different ones.
Okay, well, my question to you, sir, is what do you think about WWE possibly bringing in something like a G1 Classic in the future? Yes, obviously Triple H has to be running things before this could even happen. But what do you think, main roster tournament, possibly King of the Ring coming back? What do you think about that? A scenario like that?
It's like a King of the Ring would seem more likely, just because it would be a single elimination thing, and I'd feel that probably goes with they would like that more than the G1 style, just because the G1 kind of goes over a longer period of time. So it's possible. Of course, it's known that Vince McMahon doesn't really like tournaments for whatever reason. He just doesn't, apparently. But that's why they probably don't have it. Though if they did, it would probably be a cool thing, as long as they make something out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think when you look back at King of the Ring tournaments, I mean, of course that helped launch Stone Cold. Though, I mean, even then they kind of said that, it wasn't a right away thing. It did take some time. It took a few months after that for him to really get kicked off in there. So if they actually did make it of importance and have something of value to it,
yeah,
you don't need a WrestleMania shot because you already have the Royal Rumble. But I mean, even if it can get you a title shot, it could mean something.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, title shot.
Because the winner of the G1 Climax gets to face the champion at at Wrestle Kingdom, or if it's the champion, and this hasn't ever happened before, but if the champion wins, then he gets to pick whoever he wants to face at the Wrestle Kingdom.
I kind of want to see. I kind of want to see Kenny Omega win just so that he'd be like, I'm facing Kota Ibushi at Tokyo Dome. That'd be cool. But
yeah, well, I mean, Kota Ibushi is also another possible person to win. So
yeah, I know.
That would just be Kota Ibushi facing Kenny Omega.
There's got to be a first for everything, or so I hear. So you would definitely say just King of the Ring style. So would you do 2 tournaments, one for SmackDown, one for Raw, or would you do SmackDown has a group of guys?
I mean, if you're gonna separate it into blocks, then I would just separate Raw and SmackDown.
Okay.
And the best of Raw versus the best of SmackDown. Yeah.
So not intermingle, just do it in blocks.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, that would be cool. That would definitely be cool. So that way you don't always have to choose who goes over Raw or SmackDown each and every week when that comes up.
Right. Then the questions of the A or the B show. That was actually an interesting thing in Tommaso Ciampa's promo.
Mm-hmm.
When he went out there, he said NXT is officially the A show. So.
Haha, nice.
Yeah. But yeah, that would probably be the best way of going about it. Just have those tournaments and then whoever wins the final. And also, like I said, make it mean something. Have a trophy with it. You know, or have a title belt even. Because they have, they actually did design a title belt once before. It just never kind of came out. I know they gave it to Mabel, who won it one year, and that was supposed to be the year they brought out the title belt for it. And there's pictures of him with it. But
kind of like the Greatest Royal Rumble title. It's just,
I mean, but that at least came out. You know, we saw it.
Yeah.
This was an unofficial picture from backstage of him holding the title, and no one even knew what it was when people saw it because it never had any idea of it.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And even with the trophies, I think they now have like a tiny, the Undisputed Era, I've seen them and they're like walking around holding a tiny little trophy that's representing the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic trophy. Instead of having to carry around the big thing. And it's like, yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah. And then even look at Japan. You know, you have you've had the Best of the Super Juniors show trophy that Takahashi was carrying around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's gonna bring it back once he's back from injury or not, but yeah.
Yeah, it sucks that he's gonna be out for a while though.
Yeah, 9 to 12 months. But I mean, it's a good thing that he doesn't have any nerve injury, nerve damage. So.
Very, very true. I was just talking about because I have him, and we don't do the redraft until after Smart Style evolves.
That I mean, our rule is also that after 2 weeks off injury, you can replace them. So, I mean, realistically, you can replace him now since he got injured before he even started. If you wanted to go that way, but anyway, but in a non-selfish way, you know, it's a good thing that he's not gonna have permanent damage. I mean, that's probably 100% the best you can hope for having a person land directly on their head.
Yeah.
Now I'll just go into my question to you is, what do you think is going to be the main event of the WWE Evolution, or as I heard it referred to on Twitter, the Stepholution?
Why? Oh, why? It's gonna be Stephanie McMahon versus Charlotte Flair. Stephanie McMahon goes over. No, I think it's either going to be...
They do the Montreal Screwjob effect. Stephanie McMahon puts in the figure 4 and then you just ring the bell.
To be honest, I think it's either going to be something with Charlotte or something with Ronda. One of them two is going to get it. that one's really tough to determine though, because star power, face power, draw power, Ronda Rousey because she's a huge celebrity or whatever, or the person everyone calls the GOAT of the women's division. Who do you put in that spot? Because both championships are going to be defended there. Who do you put in that spot? I don't know. That one's a toss-up. It could be Ronda, or it could be Charlotte. I honestly cannot tell you. But those are the two picks that I have.
Unless it's Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte.
If it's Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte, then that means somehow Charlotte has the SmackDown belt, and she is defending it. Shut up. And she is defending it against Ronda.
It could even be a championship versus championship match, even.
But no, don't do that. No. That's gonna hurt everyone's heart. Or if Charlotte goes back to Raw. Oh crud, don't do that. Do not bring Charlotte Flair back to Raw. If at all, because I want Ember Moon to be champion. Dang it.
That's a double-edged sword. You get Becky as champion if Charlotte does come over.
We should have Becky as champion regardless if Charlotte comes over.
Yeah, I think that might have been implied. It's like, we're going for the Becky as new champion to dethrone Carmella. It's like, what's that? Charlotte's back from injury? Scrap that. Put her in.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Charlotte because she is the face and she's gonna be defending the SmackDown Women's Championship. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's Ronda defending the Raw Women's Championship. If Ronda does become champion, I personally do not want to see that at all.
It would probably,
but it's happening. I feel like
even kind of with that. Do you think they're going to do horsewoman versus horsewoman thing there, or just wait to Survivor Series like
I don't see how they'll even be able to do it this year. People have been saying it's going to happen this year.
Yeah, I mean,
but the other two women have not made any sort of debut, and I don't think they're going to debut on the main roster at all.
Television. One of them has debuted at NXT live events, but not on NXT television.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like on TV.
No, it would be very questionable, but it wouldn't also be crazy for them to do it.
Yeah, and Shayna Baszler is a heel. Ronda is a face. That makes no sense.
So it doesn't even matter on the main roster, though.
True. And then you have 2 SmackDown and 2 Raw. And
I mean, it was
with the idea that Charlotte Flair will be champion or Becky Lynch will be champion, or Ronda being champion, I do not see that happening at Evolution at all. So it would probably have to be Survivor Series. However, I don't see that either because, again, neither woman has made their on-air debut. Mm-hmm. Neither women will be on the main roster. There will be an NXT takeover that either one could be a part of, possibly, potentially. So I don't see that happening at all this year. And quite honestly, even though a lot of people are asking for it, I don't see WWE doing that at all because it doesn't make sense with any of the storylines. So, yeah, personally, I don't see it.
It's a possibility.
It is a possibility.
Yeah.
It's always a possibility. I just personally don't see it. I could be wrong in a couple of months. We'll see. We still have until November before Survivor Series hits, and October before Evolution hits. So
remember the old
Stevolution.
face heel thing doesn't matter at all. It definitely was crazy when Sasha Banks went out there and it's like, for my tag partner in this, I'm gonna bring back my old friend Bailey. And it's like when before Bailey even debuted, you know, when she was brought
yeah.
up for that tag match, and it was like, it kind of felt like if
They do not know how to debut talent on the main
it would
roster.
be like if Ric Flair came into WWE for the first time and it's like, for my tag partner, I'm bringing in my best friend ever, Sting. Or if Tommy Dreamer came in and it's like, I'm bringing in Raven, my good buddy. And it's like, yeah, we can understand they're probably friends outside, but you know, you take one of the harshest feuds in NXT history and just forgetting about it for the main roster purposes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It would make it even crazier if they do eventually feud with each other and they bring back old stuff. Oh, back in NXT, and it's like, wait a minute, they came up as friends. You can't just now pretend that they had bad history when you're trying to pretend that they had good history.
Yeah. But yeah, that. All right. So is it time for our mailbag?
I believe so.
Oh my word! It's time for our mailbag, everybody. And yeah, first question that I've been seeing reeling around everywhere is, who do you want to see come back for Evolution?
Outside of the obvious ones that will come back to some extent,
Like
which would
Lita,
be
Trish,
Alundra, Beth Phoenix would probably be coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I would really like to see Melina come back, because you know.
I hear that.
But I would also think, and it would never happen, but it would be amazing if they did try to pull off something to win her favor, but AJ Lee coming back.
AJ Lee versus AJ Styles. The winner gets to keep AJ. AJ Lee goes over.
It's like,
So
your
now-
Styles now.
Hey, Antonio Cesario lost one of his names,
Yeah.
so it's not entirely. Apollo Crews almost lost one of his names. So,
Undertaker technically lost his name, because if you know about when Undertaker first was debuting, he was actually called Kane the Undertaker. But then they dropped that to just Undertaker. They actually called him
and
that.
they brought Kane.
They actually called him that in tapings because they used to tape the show. They actually had him appear on tapings before he debuted at Survivor Series. And that's when they called him Kane the Undertaker.
Good change though.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are definitely the two I would have chosen instantly. But she's retired. She says that she will consider going back for Impact. But I would absolutely love to see her come back to WWE. I wanted to see her in the Royal Rumble. It didn't happen. Gail Kim. When it comes to in-ring ability, look, style, everything, Gail Kim is my favorite wrestler of all time for the women. I just, yeah, I love Asuka, I love Becky, I love Alexa, I love Ember, I love so many of the women that are wrestling right now. But she was ahead of her time when WWE was treating the women like nothing. She should have been champion for 2 years running with the roster that they had, and they chewed her up, spat her out, and that just left a horrible impression with her. She went to Impact, became I think 4 or 5-time women's champion there, paved the way for the knockouts. I would love her to see her come back and actually become champion. It will never happen, I'm well aware, but quick book it yourself into the mailbag portion. I would have her come back and take down the Raw Women's Champion, whoever that is, become champion, and then just let her stay champion for a year, because she is that good still. But that's just my fan bias there. I'm well aware of that.
But I mean, when it comes to Melina too, she was that also a very golden part of a pretty dark times in wrestling.
Yes, 100%.
And even when she was out for quite some time, it really was impact. It was some dark times. I mean, Alicia Fox was champion.
Hey, say what you will about her back then. She has improved greatly, and now she's back from injury as well. And she got the win over Natalia this past Monday.
And it was
yes.
And it was actually a big pop when she came out to attack Alicia Fox as well. Yeah, that's not something that you would see from a lot of the women back then. Because she was just that much of the reason behind it and everything.
So. When they were in that dark time, she was the light at the end of the tunnel, and she definitely held that division together, which is why they gave her the championship when they did. Same way with Mickie James and Trish, when they were going with their stuff, Mickie James was definitely holding it together when Trish stepped down and passed the torch to Mickie. So when Mickie left and all you had was Melina, yeah, you definitely see that. Because look at the feud you had, Alicia Fox versus Kelly. That's not going to be the greatest match, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, but it would be great just to go there, and also I want to see them do this too, is have a whole bunch of the women who've been there, who laid the groundworks during it, and also bring back and put her into the Hall of Fame, the Celebrity Hall of Fame, Cyndi Lauper. Because it's a crazy thing that she's not already in there. She was a huge celebrity.
It's surprising that Kid Rock got in there before her.
Yeah, I mean, Kid Rock did a song for him and maybe film. She legitimately, what happened with them is that she was on a plane ride, sat next to Captain Lou Albano, who was a manager, and they hit it off as friends. She brought him into one of her music videos for one of her biggest songs, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. And that sought up the connection. She started putting a lot of wrestlers in her music videos. She showed up, managed people, did a whole lot of stuff for getting the WWF attention at the time it did, and was one of the major parts of the rock and roll connection that they talk a lot about. So it's a crazy thing, and I can only ever think that maybe she's just doesn't want it or busy. I don't know necessarily why. You would have to think they put it on there, but it was a big thing, and bring out a lot of the other women, so especially other Hall of Famers, to honor them if they're not going to be in matches.
Yeah.
Do that. Maybe also, and like I said, right there, make the announcements of like this year's Hall of Fame inductee for the women's
But yeah, I don't think I heard any of that. Let's see when that 3:06. Oh, only 3 minutes, so they only missed the ending bit. Basically, we were saying that Ricky Steamboat versus Daniel Bryan and Macho Man versus AJ Styles would be fantastic matches, and even out of his prime, Ricky Steamboat was still putting on barn burners, and only isn't wrestling because he had a back injury.
No, his son.
His son isn't wrestling because he has a back injury.
Was in FCW and was actually tag teaming with his father, and it was, but he had either back or neck injuries, and he can't compete anymore. So,
and that is really unfortunate.
Yes.
But yeah.
But it leads to another question I overheard. What do you think of the children of, big superstars like that, and having to live up to their parents' shadow and everything? Because it even kind of goes with, someone like Grandmaster Sexy, who sadly passed away, took his own life. A lot of people would say it was very difficult for him to live up to his father's shadow, and it was.
Yeah, I mean, Curtis Axel has. He has the unfortunate title to live up to as Mr. Perfect. So, and then Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas both have. What is their father's name again?
IRS.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it becomes even more difficult when you think of the big names of it, because when we think of Jerry Lawler, we think big, but when you think of back when he was in, it was in Nashville, I think it was. He was that scene. He was the big guy there. He was their Hulk Hogan. It was kind of uncomparable. So it's difficult up to that. To Steamboat's legacy or Ric Flair's.
Yeah, Ric Flair's son wasn't able to do it, and I think they're pushing Charlotte down our throats to try to get there, but let's be honest, probably isn't going to happen, because Ric Flair had years as the guy, the scene, the man, the scene. So, Charlotte, yeah, they could push her down our throats like that, but we also have Alexa, we also have Becky, we also have, technically Carmella, we also have Asuka. We have so many others that are just as good, if not better, than Charlotte, who can be the head of the scene. So,
and when it comes to Ric Flair, and one of my favorite stories I've heard of him was he was having a title defense match. Was defending in the Superdome here for the NWA title, and he came in. It was completely hungover from the night before. Just didn't want to talk to people because of how he was. Then he went into the ring and had an amazing match and won and retained the championship title. So it's like you have a person that can just pull out any great matches from out of nowhere.
Wow.
I think that's all he can do is just put on great matches.
Yeah, and then I feel like it's tough.
I mean, just think of Kenny Omega's child.
I hope Kenny Omega's child just decides to either change his name for wrestling, or just goes into something completely different.
He has to live
Same with Okada.
He has to live up to his father's Omega and Ibushi.
He has to live Kenny Omega's son versus Okada's son. It's just like, oh gosh, it's generational.
50 stars.
They did it. They actually when it comes back. Okay, we don't know what's going on with the mic right now.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to end it here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of huge spots where we're talking and we're having fun, and you don't hear anything. So we're so sorry about that, you guys. We're gonna, yeah, like I said, we're gonna end it here. Thank you guys for sticking with us for all the mic drops. That's not what these were. But
we had also mic drops, but you couldn't hear them because the mic went out.
Yeah. Dang it, that's probably why.
Yeah, we dropped the mic too hard. Sorry, everyone.
But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment below. Please let us know what you didn't hear, and we'll try to do separate videos if at all possible to give you our thoughts on certain things. Or comment below what you thought about the show as a whole, I guess. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give us those sexy likes.
And the unsexy ones.
Don't forget to share to all of your friends.
And your enemies.
If you like what we do, please hit that subscribe button so that way you are a part of the Smarky family. And then hit the notification bell. Why should they do that?
So you get notified for when our videos go up and also for when we go live. We go live for our podcast. This podcast here is shooting with the Smarky family every Sunday at 1 p.m. Central Time. We also go live for most WWE pay-per-views and also NXT pay-per-views, and we're trying to work in some other events for some other companies. We're going live. And also, if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at Liam_SWA.
Follow me at IsaJ_SDP. And really definitely check out our brand new show that's been going on for a while now. The Fantasy Promotion Championships with Liam and Isa. Smart Style Evolved is coming up in about a month. So the new championship is it's happening really soon. We're gonna crown the new Intercontinental Champion for Smart Wrestling Alliance. It's gonna be so much fun. And be on the lookout for all new content and new shows that we are working on behind the scenes. That's everything, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's everything.
Should be everything.
And until next time, we promise next time we will have the mic situation fixed. But until next time, it will be awesome. Alright, bye guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bop.